The Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
The beginning of the Holy Gospel according to John.
Glory to you, O Lord.
In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was in the beginning with God. All things were made through him, and without him was not anything made that was made. In him was life, and the life was the light of men. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. There was a man sent from God whose name was John. He came for testimony, to bear witness to the light, that all might believe through him. He was not the light, but came to bear witness to the light. The true light that enlightens every man was coming into the world. He was in the world, and the world was made through him, yet the world knew him not. He came to his own home, and his own people received him not. But to all who received him, who believed in his name, he gave power to become children of God, who were born not of blood, nor of the will of the flesh, nor of the will of man, but of God. And the Word became flesh and dwelt among us, full of grace and truth. We have beheld his glory, glory as of the only begotten Son from the Father, he who comes, and from his fullness have we all received grace upon grace. For the law was given through Moses. Grace and truth came through Jesus Christ. No one has ever seen God, the only begotten Son, who is in the bosom of the Father. He has made him known. The Gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ. Brothers and sisters, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Today, the church does not begin by giving us instructions. If you have paid attention, there are no instructions, but we began this celebration with joy and good news. Before we are asked to do anything, we are invited, just an invitation, to rejoice because God has acted. God has come. God has spoken, not with thunder or fear, but as a child. That's the reason of our joy today. God, who has chosen to be near us, God, who has chosen to be with us, to be among us. The scripture tells us that in these last days, God has spoken to us through a Son. And here, the good news is that God did not send an idea. God did not send a book or a set of rules. God sent a Son, His only begotten Son. He trusted human life enough to enter it. That alone, I guess, challenges us today. If God has not given up on humanity, how can we give up? How can we give up on one another? If God did not give up, has not given up our humanity, our sinful humanity, how come we humans dare to give up so quickly? I think this is a challenge. This is a question each one of us should ask himself or herself. If God still believes in us, even with our wounds and failures, how can we say the world is beyond hope? How can we say our world is beyond redemption? Where do we get such ideas? Christmas proclaims clearly that God has not abandoned the world. That is what we are celebrating today. God has not abandoned the world, our world. St. John in the Gospel tells us that the Word became flesh and lived among us. This is not only beautiful language. This is not poetry. It is a deep truth. God did not come as a visitor who would pass by and leave. He stayed. He came and stayed. He pitched his tent among us. He shared our life completely. He knows what it means to be tired, to suffer, and to be misunderstood. He knows all that. He didn't pretend. He really embraced our humanity. So when we feel alone, when we feel weak or forgotten, we can remember this: God has been there. The gospel also tells us that the light shines in the darkness, and that the darkness has not overcome it. And this darkness we are talking about is real. We are not talking about the lack of electricity. We are not talking about the sun or the stars not shining. We are talking about the darkness in our lives, in our families, in our relationships. And Christmas does not deny the existence of darkness. The gospel does not deny the existence of darkness. We know that there are wars, families in difficulty, tired hearts, and hidden pain even today. But the gospel insists that darkness does not have the last word. Not because we are strong, but because God is faithful. The child is born in Bethlehem. The child born in Bethlehem is not a fragile hope. He is a light that cannot be defeated. The infant of Bethlehem is not a fragile hope. He is a sign, he is a light that cannot be defeated. And the Psalms today invites us to sing to the Lord a new song, because he has done marvelous deeds. Christmas is not meant to remain private or closed in on itself. In the first reading, the prophet Isaiah tells us that all the ends of the earth will see the salvation of our God. All the ends of the earth, the whole world will see the salvation of our God. That's why this joy, this Christmas joy, is not shallow. It is a joy that changes us and sends us out to proclaim such a good news. It makes us people of peace, hands that lift the fallen, and voices that speak truth with love. At the same time, the gospel reminds us that He, the child Jesus, came to His own, and His own did not receive Him. Christmas, especially this very Christmas, asks us a simple but serious question. Will we receive Him? Will we be among those who welcome the baby Jesus in our hearts? Not only in songs and celebrations, but in the poor, the stranger, the wounded, and the forgotten. Will we receive Him today in our hearts, in our families, in our homes, in our countries, in our church? Will we receive Him? Will we receive Him not only today, but tomorrow and after tomorrow as well, through forgiveness, honesty, and compassion? Because to receive Christ is to allow Him to shape the way we live. To receive Christ is to let Him direct our lives according to His holy will. Today, tomorrow, will we receive Him? Brothers and sisters, Christmas is not for the perfect. It is for those who need light. And to be honest, we all need light in our daily lives. It is for those who need light. It is not only for the strong, but for the tired, the discouraged. It is not for a few, but for all who open their hearts. So, dear friends in the Lord, today, let us open the door again. Let us believe again. Let us sing again. The Word has become flesh. God is with us. Hope has a face. Merry Christmas to you all.